What's up, my sweethearts? What it do? It's your girl, Jennifer M. Norillis. My sweethearts, get your lights all the way up. And y'all already know what it is. Your girl, Jennifer M. Norillis, great run this thing like cardio. Y'all see this 4-year-old baby right here, right, my sweethearts? Let's get it. I showed y'all the picture. Y'all seen that picture up there, my sweethearts? 2 years after this 4-year-old disappeared. 2 years after this 4-year-old disappeared, police got a tip about a dresser in his grandma's house. This is in 2020. This is an updated case. Let's get it, my sweethearts. Get your lighters, drinks, whatever you need, and get in front of the two so your girl can run like cardio. Let's get it. Illinois. Anybody from Illinois, rural Illinois, get your lighters all the way up, my sweethearts. It's September in rural Illinois, and police officers are searching a family home for Ricky Chakavdia. At this point, the young boy hasn't been seen for almost 2 years. Yep, y'all heard me. For almost 2 years. Meaning, sadly, he could well have met a terrible fate. There seems to be no sign of Ricky in the property either. As the cops initially come up empty-handed, but before the officers write the tip off as a dud, they notice something very strange about a dresser against one of the walls. And what they ultimately discover sends shivers down their spines. I'm going to keep going, my sweethearts, because y'all already know how I get with these babies, running these cases like cardio. I get on here and dud walk. But before I do it, I'm going to read the case off for these monsters. Ricky was a child of Michael Chakavdia and Shannon Wilfong, who had always had a troubled on and off relationship. The arguments apparently didn't even stop when the couple's son was born in 2002. But amid all the turmoil, the parents still managed to work out an agreement to share custody of their boy. This the father and son right here, my sweethearts. Hope y'all can see it. And Michael was seemingly close to his son, even if he wasn't always at home. Back in 1982, you see he had joined the Illinois Army National Guard in West Frankfort, close to his hometown of Royalton, Illinois. Then soon after Ricky arrived, Michael had found himself deployed to Iraq. But the serviceman hardly forgot about the child he had waiting for him back in the States. He even had a portrait of himself and Ricky commissioned while he was overseas. Then, in 2004, Michael returned to Illinois, where his problems with Shannon continued. Allegedly, she regularly refused to let Ricky spend time with his father, thereby violating the terms of their joint custody agreement. And in 2007, the situation took a shocking turn for the worse. That fall, a court date had been set to discuss Michael's visitation rights to his son, but Shannon failed to show. Faced with a difficult decision, the judge decided to therefore grant Michael temporary custody of the boy. Before the ruling could take effect, however, Shannon and Ricky suddenly disappeared. The mother and the son. In November 2007, Shannon and Ricky were officially listed as missing people. Then in December that same year, a warrant was issued for Shannon's arrest. It soon became apparent, however, that things weren't quite so clear cut as they may have seemed. In fact, it emerged that Shannon and her mother, Diane Dobbs, had both accused Michael of abusing Ricky in the past. Had Shannon run away with her son to protect him from the alleged abuse? Diane certainly seemed to believe so. And while police searched for Ricky, she focused her attention on a smear campaign against Michael, her daughter's former partner. Just 3 miles away, my sweethearts, from Michael's home, Diane stuck placards. It's a placards in front of her own home. It's placards, yeah, my sweetheart. So Diana stuck placards in front of her own house. On them, moreover, she hand wrote accusations that Michael was a child abuser. This is crazy. Apparently, she also distributed flyers in the local community, even going so far as to hand them out at Michael's church. What kind of grandmother is that? Well, if she believed it, but you supposed to get authorities. You don't just go all around town saying he's a child abuser. You supposed to have some type of evidence. Naturally, perhaps Michael began to suspect that Diane knew something about Ricky's disappearance. She nevertheless permitted the police to conduct a search of her property. This is crazy, though, and yet they found no sign of the missing boy for 2 years. Then Ricky's location remained a mystery, although Michael continued to suspect that Diane knew more than she was letting on. Really? The grandmother? Then in 2009, police received a tip-off that led them back to Diane's house once more. So on September 4th, they arrived at the 2-story property in a rural area of Franklin County, Illinois. And while Ricky was initially nowhere to be seen, their search eventually led them to take a look behind a dresser that was pushed up against a wall. When officers moved the dresser aside, my sweethearts, moreover, they discovered a hidden hole cut into the wall. Yes, now that the piece of furniture had been removed, the opening was revealed. And when the investigators peered into the darkness within, they witnessed a truly terrible sight. Officers spied Ricky and his mother hiding. Wait a minute, my sweethearts. Officers spied Ricky and his mother hiding in the tiny space. Apparently, they could not even stand up inside the secret room, which was just 4 feet tall. Had Ricky really been kept hidden in this environment for 2 whole years? Alarmingly, the chamber was just 12 feet long and only 5 feet wide. What? As the boy, now 6, was taken into custody, those present experienced a heartbreaking view. We let him out of the patrol car and he ran around like he'd never seen outdoors. Master Sergeant Stan Diggs from the Illinois State Police Department was reported as saying it was actually very sad. He was very happy to be outside. He said he never goes outside. Oh my God. What kind of words? I don't trust nobody. In light of the discovery, police arrested Shannon on charges of felony child abduction, while Diane faced charges of aiding and abetting. However, while out on bail, Diane invited the television show Good Morning America to hear her side of the story. Nah, y'all sick. According to Diane, the secret room had already been there when she originally purchased the house some 14 years previously. Furthermore, she claimed that it was used for storage and that she had only thought to hide Ricky there once she saw that police were closing in. Y'all sick. When asked by an interviewer in 2009 about how long Ricky had spent in the secret room, Diane replied, in 2 years' time, maybe 5 minutes. In fact, she claimed that her grandson had enjoyed total freedom during the years that he had spent in her home. My grandson had the run of the house. Diane continued. When we were outside, we would go fishing. We would do weenie roasts. We've done fireworks on the 4th of July. He's helped me plant my flower garden in the back. He's got his own garden in the back. However, when reporters spoke to Diane's neighbors, they discovered that Ricky had seemingly never been spotted outside the home. Sadly, the police who rescued Ricky echoed this sentiment too. Apparently, it was obvious to them that the boy had little contact with the outside world. Just hours after appearing on Good Morning America, then Diane was rearrested. Meanwhile, Ricky was placed with one of Michael's relatives with the case was, wow, I'm sorry, my sweethearts. I'm just so distraught. I really want to go over and start talking, but I just want to read this to y'all really, really fast. People are not to be trusted. That's all I'm thinking while I'm reading this. I don't care. Diane was rearrested. Meanwhile, Ricky was placed with one of Michael's relatives while the case was investigated. Surprisingly, Ricky is in good spirits, reported Diggs. For someone who's been isolated in that house with no other outside being, he is very social, very polite, very talkative little boy. Placed in a hole. On September 19, 2011, Shannon pleaded guilty to the charges against her and was fined $1,500 and given 2 years probation for her role in Ricky's abduction. That was it. Michael, meanwhile, was granted permanent custody of his son. And the next year, he retired from the military to focus on being a single father to Ricky. Hopefully, finally, finding the peace that his family has long sought. This is something crazy. Can y'all imagine you thinking your child is gone for 2 years straight? This is why I'm out here yelling, bringing justice and awareness for all these people who is missing, like Miss Darnita Wilkinson, like Kiara Coles. They are missing. They are missing females. I mean, I'm not saying the baby a female, but these are missing females also, who've been missing for years also. And I hope that their story could turn out, that they are alive. This is sad. The own baby mom, his own mother and own nanny, his grandmother, Nana. Are you serious? But while Ricky's terrible ordeal may be over, he isn't the only young boy to have vanished in similar bizarre circumstances. See, I just said that. Take Gregory Jean Jr. for instance. Those stories will likewise send a shiver down your spine. This is sad, my sweetheart. Sad. Mm. Now, my sweethearts, what I'm confused about is who gave the tips about a dresser in the grandmother's house. Like, who gave a tip that's saying, "Oh, it's a dresser in the grandmother's house where I think something suspicious." Like somebody gotta give these tips out. Like, what family member, what friend was over there? What somebody had to give it to these police for them to know that. You think that his mama might have snuck and got the phone and called. I don't know, but what I'm telling y'all, my sweethearts, is this make me watch everybody. This baby grandmother was so adamant about his father not getting this baby that she cut a hole and shoved him in a wall. You're not going to tell me that's good intentions in this story. I don't believe that near bit. If his father was abusing him and things like that, it's supposed to be some type of evidence for her to, take him into court and file charges. You don't grab no son, kidnap no baby, run off and cut a hole in a wall and shove him in a wall. Seriously? Alive after 2 years, so he just been living in a wall. Every time somebody knock, y'all put him back in a wall. Are you serious? These people sick. That's why I stay vigilant, stay alert. I'm stay on the lookout. What's up? 2 years, a baby, 4. Y'all shove him in a wall. There's some sick people out here, my sweethearts. That's why I stay ready. I ain't even playing. I stay ready, well prepared. I'm not playing with them. You don't know who to trust. You probably thought that little old lady Diane that live on your block is so nice and so sweet, and she got her own grandbaby in the wall, hidden in a wall. It don't get no creepier than this. I don't even care what the excuse was. I don't care unless they was running from someone breaking in their home. No, it ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse. This is sad, neglectful, and sick. My sweethearts, please hit that bell to be notified. Like, share, subscribe. My sweethearts, comment in the below. I'm going to run these cases like cardio, especially to bring these awareness. Oh my goodness, a hole in a wall, 2 years, you feeding the baby, letting the baby grow, live, but you raising them through a wall. I cannot, and I won't. Ain't no excuses for these kids. These are monster people out here, monsters, and that's why I have no tolerance for them. My tolerance is very low for these devils. And I straight dug walk them. Straight up. It's your girl Jennifer, the realest, my sweethearts. I love y'all like always. Stay up, stay blessed, stay aware, stay alert, stay vigilant, and I'm out.